Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Oregon Trail here on the Lord Master channel. Sorry that I wasn't able to post a video yesterday, as I've been doing on a daily basis, in case people have noticed that I picked up a habit on it. But during the September 11th, I did not post a video because it was my birthday. Actually, I did post a video on the day. It's just I did not post a video here on the 12th, which is the date of this recording. So you shall see the videos you're watching now. Anyways, we're 88% done with the California Trail. So this video will be about the conclusion of the California Trail. Knowing that we're up against the approaching winter that's coming soon. But I think I'm confident enough that we will make it to California before winter. And doing so will unlock us the Prospector class. So that way the next time, if we want to do another California Trail, with you bring a prospect in your party, maybe it'll give you more chances to get more gold. So let's get to it. Here we are, Tragedy Springs. So how much time do we have? Again, remind us. Oh, it's up there. 20 days of 20 days till winter. So I think we should make it enough to Sutter's Mill should nothing unforeseen happens. We got enough wheel grease and we got so many dang toolboxes to keep that wagon fixed. And a bunch of harmonicas too. We ain't got nothing to stock up here. But I would like to have a little more gold. Just for bragging rights. Anyways, let's talk to people here. A handful of travelers are resting by the spring, thankful to finally have the mountain pass behind them. Evelyn Clements. While I admit to some trepidation over the name, I see no reason why this place should be considered dangerous. Robert Clements. 3 members of the Mormon company that established this trail lost their lives here. They were done in by someone, but nobody knows for sure who it was or why. And there's Robin. As it turns out, this is one of the most agreeable places I've camped at so far. Though now that I've said it, I expect trouble will find me as soon as I decide to leave. Everybody good? And of course there's no room for anything. It's just a lot of food. And if we get a chance to go find another visional, maybe we can add some more room to stock up on more fish. And if we see more gold out here, I'd be willing. Actually, is anybody willing to trade, anybody got nitroglycerin? No? Okay. Then we'll leave then. No reason to sell fish. It's for keeps. So if we go down to Grizzly Flats, we'll be getting to Hangtown. So let's go down to Grizzly Flats. A relative flat patch in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. Grassy and comfortable. 40 miles. Guess we can go fishing. And then after that, we're going to mine for some gold because I believe we got enough days till we get there. The party leaves Tragedy Springs and its bubbling waters behind to continue their ascent into California. They are only a handful of miles from the end of their long adventure. Greetings, travelers. My name is Roger. I'm dreadfully sorry. You will have to wait to continue. As fate would have it, my wagon broke down right here, blocking passage, and it's taken me some time to get it fixed. Shouldn't be too much longer with these repairs, though. Once again, I'm dreadfully sorry. Let me talk to you. Oh, not much to tell, really. I'm making my way to California, alone, hoping to strike it rich, like everyone else, I suppose. But we shouldn't stand here talking. I imagine you want to get past. Okay, it's the same. Thought it would be different. Well, I got a bunch of toolboxes and 2 spare parts, so I'll offer help for repairs. Let us offer our help. Maybe we could fix it, and we can all be out of here soon. Gosh, none of you are good. Emmett, if you are... Well, then again, Emmett is a frail man, Ignatius. So I don't think it'd be wise to them. Zachariah, you do it. Let's get this fixed. I'm not so certain. Wait, what are you doing with that hammer? Please, Zachariah, stop. I appreciate the help, but we're getting nowhere here. It might be best if you just waited. For how long? A day? A day. All done now. She'll be right to carry me to California and beyond, I hope. I'm terribly sorry you folks had to wait for so long. I'll be off now. Oh, and I suggest you would keep Zachariah away from the hammer from now on. Let's go fishing. Frederick, you the man. Can't imagine sending him without the fishing. Like, if he screws up, he'll get angry. And that's not good attitude. Almost trophy quality rainbow trout. I was wondering what the hell happened. Oh, come on, not again. Okay, so reminder, don't hold the button. Okay, one went away. I was hoping 2 stones with 1 bird here. But looks like that won't be a case. That's what I learned here. Faulty mouse. Common carp. Okay, let's go up here. White sturgeon. Holy Christmas. Cut the trout. That's enough. Not to mention, I gotta use up that worn knife. Hate to keep it around the wagon in case somebody gets stabbed at the pointy end and get an infected wound. Use that knife. Knife is still around. Let's go get some more gold. The max is 200 fish. But the room is going to be made for some gold nuggets that I'll be willing to spend some time and gather. I'm very much willing to do that. I wonder. No, that won't do. Just trying to get rid of that damn knife. So yeah, 200 fish is the max that a man can carry. I like it can carry. An abandoned gold dig site lies along the edge of the trail. The ground cracked over by shovels and pickaxes. The previous treasure hunters have moved on. This would be an excellent chance for the party to mine for gold. I'm no expert, but that looks like an abandoned dig site. I bet it's full of gold nuggets just waiting to be discovered. Maybe we could find 7 or 8 for ourselves. Should probably do. Mine it. We got days. Wish you had nitro though, but let's get to it. Start with the man with the most stamina. His hard work resulted in retrieving 2 gold nuggets. Go for it again. And then it will be Zachariah's turn. Two gold nuggets. Your turn. Two gold nuggets. That's it. There's no more gold to be found here. Satisfied at a haul of 6 pieces of gold, the party continues along their journey. That's the idea I'm trying to go for. It's like, let's grab a couple of more gold nuggets before we make it to the end. Because we'd like to get to Sutter's Mill with a lot more gold in our inventory. The trail meanders lazily towards Grizzly Flats, a respite from the steep descent from Carson Pass. The trees thin out a little, providing natural clearings in which westward wagons could stop. We didn't collect the meat nor the pelts because we ain't got no bullets. There are many gold miners about, hoping to strike it rich. Bill Kelly. A number of prospecting holes have been dug here. With some success, my friends and I may stay here a while and see if we can make something of it ourselves. Louis Sutter. First Eureka, and now Grizzly Flats. James is dead set on making money by digging up half the mountainside. I don't think there's anything in it myself. There's no need to worry though. I finally made enough money playing the fiddle to pay for my freedom. I'll be able to make my own decisions where I go from now on. Oh, I remember you. For those of you that may not remember, I actually remember this man from the Oregon Trail playthrough in one of the early videos. Louis South was a musician, and then there was these 2 other musicians, like one with the guitar and one with the banjo, and this is the man with the fiddle. And I brought that fiddle all the way to Oregon City, Willamette Valley. Yeah, that's him. Paul Edna. A group of prospectors named this place after a grizzly bear that interrupted their evening meal. I think the bear must have thought of it was getting a meal of its own. Anything to trade? Got any nitro? No? Well, 1 second. I'm sure some of you are thinking, what are you doing? Well, I saw those extra clothes. Hang on here. 49 meat. I mean, we got lots of meat. Enough to get by. One gold nugget wouldn't hurt. So here. Still got a number of clothes. And we don't need anything else. So we're all fine and dandy here. So, that's the part. It's about to be the month of November. Hangtown. A burgeoning outpost and the first sign of real civilization for immigrants coming down the Sierra Nevadas into California. Collect herbal remedies, you get money. Collect pelts, you get medicine. Which I can't get either. Unless I see more opportunities for gold. Because it's what we're here for. Gather some last few golds and then we be golden. Get it? The party leaves the pleasant surroundings of Grizzly Flats behind them. Near the end of their quest to California's gold fields. A musty, sour odor emanates from the wagon, betraying the poor quality of the flour within. It's bad. The bad flour may be salvageable, it's very unpalatable if it's baked into hardtack. Alternatively, the impurities might be removed with thorough sifting at the cost of some time and effort. Oh, just sift the flour. Who should sift the flour? And the menial, repetitive task will drain the stamina of anyone who performs it. Emmett, you do it. Emmett spends 3 hours sifting the flour, removing and discarding the ruined meal, and repacking what remains. Sorry about that, man. That was a winter stone. The party spies a small thicket of shrubs, each covered with small red berries. If gathered, they have medicinal properties and may prove useful. The berries delicate and infamously difficult to harvest. It takes an experienced explorer to gather a large number. Who should harvest the berries? Captain, of course. Because I don't trust him with anything else. Captain harvests an enormous number of berries, carrying them back to the armful. Oh, darn it. She trips, falling face first to the ground and crunches some of the berries she managed to gather. Not again. But nevertheless, we're gonna get some more gold. 15 days till winter. Yep, it's time for another golden opportunity. There could be 7 or 8 gold nuggets thrown there. Well, get to digging. One gold nugget as the party has their stamina restored, because it'll be your turn soon. do one more for Cat. Zachariah, your turn. Keep digging. We're gonna reach 30 gold nuggets. Mighty fine number. There's still more? Okay, one more for Zach. Then we'll do Frederick. Gold fever! Haha, what took you? There's no more gold to be found here. Glad you motivate yourselves. 6 pieces of gold. Ah, heard that. It was deliberate, actually. Because I just want to use these toolboxes for once. Make some room. Put them here. Nestled in the western foothills of the Sierra Nevada, Hangtown marks the last real outpost before the end of the California Trail at Sutter's Mill. Failed it again. Westbound travel is mixed with the established miners in the streets of the small town. Henry O'Connell. Hangtown didn't even have a sheriff's office until just last year. Even now, the mob sometimes takes justice into their own hands. That's why this town has such an unfortunate name. Tall Edna once again. Thousands are moving to California thanks to the gold rush. The miners set up small camps to begin with, but they need food and shelter just the same as everyone else. So stores start opening up and pretty soon you got yourself a new town. There's Ava. My husband and I were recently married at Fort Bridger. We were so happy to be starting a new life together, but we were not welcome in Oregon when we arrived. Well, that wouldn't do. No government can tell me that I can't live happily ever after. That's right, Ava. You people might recall her. That's also from the old Oregon Trail. Not talking about the game first, just early in the video series. You know, they got married at Fort Bridger. There was a quest of these group of travelers that went over there, met and helped her out or something. Yeah, all that. Douglas. It's a true shame that we can't settle where we wanted, but my dearest is quite right. Our love is true, and we will not be deterred. That's why we've come south to California. Anybody got nitro? 2, okay. Oh, god dog it. I wish you could just trade away just one. I don't think there will be another opportunity to hunt or fish again, so we'll finally get rid of that knife. Put him on opposite sides. No, don't drop it for Christ's sake. You're gonna blow everything up. Because if we see another gold mine out there, we're gonna blow up that mine and we're gonna get more gold nuggets. That's what I want. But first, brew up some coffee. Maybe one of the last opportunities to use that. "13 days, and we'll definitely make it to the end here." Here it is, last destination. Sutter's home. The very end of the California Trail. From here, individuals seeking gold and glory can make their way to the gold fields. Once again, we will not gather pelts or meat anymore. There's one gold mine over there. Huh. Down there? That's health. Okay, so we'll go down this way to gather more of our remedies. Then we'll blow up the mine for getting more gold nuggets. And we go down here and tell stories or whatever. And then home free. The party strikes out on the final stretch of their long journey. Sutter's Mill and the California gold fields await them. The relative snow builds up about the party as they walk. The frigid trudge becomes more and more arduous, draining the party of their energy. The oxen too begin to tire as the bleak weather slows the wagon to a sodden crawl. Oh man, damn it. Just hang on, man. Hate to lose you, because you're the physician. Although, to be frank, I think we should use that wheel grease right now, because if the wagon part breaks and if the nitro falls out, hits the ground, kaboom! I don't want to have that in my conscience. So put, as I said, opposite sides. All the gold nuggets go here. We'll store them. What if the nitro explodes? Don't you worry. I've already applied grease to it. You shall be fine. Don't get too worked out about something you can't control. Catherine, you clumsy girl. Let's go blow up a mine. Oh, what's this? Ah, travelers, it's good to see you again. I wish you were meeting under better circumstances, but I've recently come down with a terrible illness. Were you able to decipher the map I gave you and confirm the existence of my meteorite? I feared I may not be able to return to the site myself, given my condition. We did indeed find it in the Sierra Nevada, just as you described. We even took a sample from the site. We ended up donating to the cavalry soldier. It will be added to the Smithsonian collection in Washington. Oh, I don't think he'll like that. Wait, you found a meteorite in Sierra Nevada? But I thought I gave you the map to Port Orford in Oregon. Seems there's been a miscommunication. Well, what you found isn't my meteorite at all. The conclusion is obvious. My geologist's intuition is so powerful that even an upside-down map has led you to a scientific breakthrough. Fascinating. I'm even more talented than I thought. Yes. Ever since I discovered those dinosaur bones in the Midwest, it's known that I have a knack for digging. As I expected, paleontology and geology are basically the same. I wonder if I should become an archaeologist too. If I can overcome this dreadful illness, then I must return to Port Orford and recover the rest of my meteorite. I'll also travel to Sierra Nevada to investigate your discovery. We're going to be rich and famous, friends. Once again, I bid you farewell. Get this done. You unlocked mysterious ore. Hmm. Don't you want medicine with that? Oh, who else? My God, you're the group we all met that some time ago, just before we headed to the mountains. Forgive my rudeness. This is my husband, James, who was exiled from our group. Looking back, I suppose that was a blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise? How could that be? Says the missionary. Margaret, why don't you go rest? You'll need it after what you've been through. No. No, I want to talk to them. I need to get used to talking about it anyway. It's not like they'll be the last to ask. It happened just after we met. In fact, our party traveled into the mountains, hoping to cross them quickly and reach Sutter's Fort before winter. But an early snow set in, and we had to set up makeshift cabins to wait it out. The snow never did thaw, though. Most of our oxen had to run off or starved. We had no more provisions. Well, we struggled to endure through that. After I was exiled, I traveled ahead of the wagons and crossed the mountains first. Then I waited. Each day they didn't arrive. I felt as if my heart was on tenterhooks. After much time, I was finally able to convince the rescue party to come search for me. When we arrived, some of the things we saw, well, they surpassed the limits of description and almost of imagination. James? Oh, yes. Well, it is what it is. I did what was necessary to survive, for our children to survive. Is there anything else you wanted to ask us? We'll answer what we can. We must be getting back to the children soon. Let me ask. Ask you about the mountains. Just after we set up camp in the mountains, a storm blew in that lasted for 8 days straight. So many of our oxen died during it. I even had to promise the Graves that I'd pay them double for some of the oxen once we made it to California. Of course, we all eventually became desperate, and they came to collect. They took the last of the hides we had to eat. I suppose it was fair. There's no use for money when you're starving. Once we'd been stuck in the mountains for quite a while, some people were even too weak to get out of bed. Being trapped inside our cabins because of the constant snow, eating leather and bones, it's enough to make one go mad. Ask about your children. It wasn't long after I left with the first relief party, children in tow, that I realized my two youngest were too weak to cross the snowdrifts. There was no way they were going to make it, but my oldest still could. One of the men offered to go back with little Patty and Thomas and lead them in the care of the families that hadn't left. I just had to let them go. Do you know what Patty told me before they went back? She said that if I never see her again, I shall do the best I can. How can a child, not even 10 years of age, can be so selfless? How about George Donner? We weren't able to take him with us. He was too ill to walk. He must have cut his hand or something. He has a nasty infection all the way to his shoulder. His wife, Tamsin, stayed with us, though, and the next relief party was right behind us, so I'm sure it'll be fine. James, I'm going to check on the children now. Apologies for cutting this short, but I'm glad we bumped into you folks again. Please stay safe on the rest of your journey, and look out for your own. But I didn't get to ask you about the rescue. Guess I should have picked that option before talking about George Donner. I can't help thinking that it's my fault that this happened to my family. I'm the one who listened to Clyman when he warned us about the trail. You need to put your faith in the right people, ones that you actually care about you and yours. I hope you folks can avoid making the same mistakes as I did. That was the forlorn hope. 8 or 9 gold nuggets, you believe? Well, let's use that nitro. Go ahead, Catherine. Careful now. Yahoo! 8 gold nuggets, but no gold fever. So, let's head to the campsite. So now the total is 39 gold nuggets is what we have here. The pleasant scent of frying garlic and onion reaches the party long before the light of the cookie fires. This campsite seems to be equipped with all the facilities necessary to prepare a dinner to restore health. Why not? Set up camp. Stargaze a bit. Let's tell stories for once. Now we know the other. And plus it's just to get the ox to recover. So it's a good thing that we stopped. The party spends the night talking amongst themselves, learning more about each other's skills. So, finally, now we know about the rest of the other things. Frederick is the most loyal of all. We never knew the loyalty of Emmett's, and we'll never know his carpentry or wayfinding, and it's better off not knowing. And we don't know Zachariah's medical skills, so, again, better off not knowing. There's something up ahead. You there yet? Boy, this is a prolonged ending, huh? To get to the final destination. Okay, trees are clearing up over there. So we should be at Sutter's Mill momentarily. Hooray! At last, Sutter's Mill, the end of the long and harrowing trek from Fort Hall. Originally a sawmill, the site is now bustling with the activity of hopefuls searching for gold. Beyond the gold fields of California are waiting, full of riches and glory for those who have risked the perilous journey. With an astonishing collection of 39 gold nuggets already in their wagon, the party has a very fortunate head start on building a prosperous new life for themselves in California. Sierra Nevada completed. Alright, the party has reached Sutter's Mill. Yeah. Yeah, if we had bullets, then it would have been a difference maker. 35, 25, 18, bringing a total of 78 days that we traveled from Fort Hall to Sutter's Mill. Despite great odds, the party's wagon made it across Sierra Nevada into California. Well, to be realistic, The first half of the trail was kind of rough. Some of that was actually my own fault. And then on the second half, it was smooth sailing. I did what I did. So there you have it. 78 days, 43 events countered, 162 animals collected, over 1,000 pounds of food consumed. Hunting accuracy was 79%. Caught 35 fish, 27 stats revealed. Skill check 75%, and only 2 quests completed. And character statistics. Well, Catherine survived to reach California. Only contracted one illness, and that was typhoid. Never injured. Oh, and also she got shot, and she survived that too. On the whereabouts. She struck it lucky shortly after arriving in California and retired on a large fortune. Frederick, who also had typhoid and suffered 2 injuries in his time, a broken arm and a broken leg. Of his whereabouts. Found gold and invested in a prosperous family business, producing workwear for miners. Not bad for an old missionary. Now Emmett, the physician, contracted typhoid and broken arm one time. He set up a business selling wheelbarrows to other prospectors, making far more money than mining. Then finally, Zachariah, which I believe he was the banker, only had one infection, an illness, which was an infection. Never injured. Spent many years searching for gold in vain, but eventually found a respectable job and settled down. That was a good one. Just short of Master Wayfarer. And we unlocked the Prospector class, which if you ever do the California Trail again, when you get a Prospector, they'll handle the nitro easily instead of these bums, but those bums made it to California. That's how many miles they traveled. 1,149 miles traveled. I'll probably, I know I failed Kaboom one time, but I'll give it another go at some point in the future. Even though unlocking the Carpenter class would have been very, very important. Especially that I was toolbox and wheel grease crazy. Let's turn on the menu. And before we end this episode, there's a bunch of journal entries that I must read to you. That was unlocked during this here trail. Where's the beef? Reach a bison hunting waypoint after 829. In a 2016 blog post, designer R. Philip Oshad explained his reasoning behind the most famous iteration of the hunting minigame, providing a sense of actually going into the landscape and hunting for animals. Life on the trail. Wagon trains. Complete a journey after having your wagon breakdown. Oh, yeah, God. Oh, that was stupid. 1 mile away just to get help. Oh, boy. Never forget that moment on the California Trail. In an effort to achieve safety in numbers, immigrants would often travel the trail in large groups comprised of several wagons and their passengers. These caravans would eventually become known as wagon trains. And maintaining the wagon. Use toolboxes to repair 100 damaged wagon slots. A well-maintained wagon was vital to surviving the trail. Keeping it that way required a consistent effort. Regular soaking the wheels in water, for example, was crucial while crossing the desert in order to prevent the wood from shrinking in the heat. clickbait. Craft some bait at a waypoint. Utilizing the natural prey of target fish is often the most effective method, but fish can be lured by any manner of bait, such as insects, small fish, and artificial lures. Just found a star. This is John Evans. John Evans, who was a real person. John Evans made many propositions to the United States Congress for expeditions to retrieve his supposed meteorite, detailing ways it could be broken down and transported. With the growing unease of the Civil War, however, and the uncertainty surrounding the claims, Evans unfortunately died of pneumonia before any such expedition could be mounted. So that's what happened to him when he mentioned he's got illness. He got pneumonia and later died. And I decided to make a donation to the museum in pursuit of knowledge. The Smithsonian Institution was founded with a donation of James Smithson's estate to the United States government under the request for the creation of an institute dedicated to spreading knowledge. The institute has grown to date to 19 museums, 9 research centers, including a network of 21 libraries and a zoo. Now over here, it's California Trail related. I got all except trade supplies for gold nuggets 3 times on the trail. Gold fever is actually another term for a gold rush, a sudden influx of people into an area seeking gold. In the 19th century, gold rushes weren't limited to the United States. They also occurred in Australia, Brazil, Canada, New Zealand, and South Africa. Where there was European expansion, mass migration brought huge changes in culture, economies, and trade, often to the detriment of the native inhabitants. Collect more than 40 gold nuggets. That I did. The California Gold Rush began in January 1848 while workers were constructing a sawmill and found gold in the quarries. More than 300,000 people came to California seeking gold, and the economic boom that accompanied them helped California become a state in 1850. And I did trade 5 more gold nuggets for supplies. Gold was an important trade item in the West. Traders would often accept gold over cash, as they could parlay it into larger gains. Gold dust, nuggets, coins, and bars were all forms of gold used in shipping and trading. I arrived at Sutter's Mill now. Fortune seekers didn't just come from the east to California. They also came by boat from Asia, even as far afield as Australia. The promise of riches and a new way of living was an irresistible draw for many. Cashing and sell at least 25 gold nuggets to an assayer. That I did. Assayers played an important part in the gold rush. They were professional metal testers that could determine the purity of gold and other metals brought to them and assign a value. They also operated as traders, taking valuable metals for cash. A trusted assayer was an important find, as most were employed by private companies. Well, that was grand. So that's it for the California Trail here on the Lord Master channel. So again, I still got to do another attempt at Kaboom and try not to fail that, since I figured out what to do now. And of course the other one is let me bring you over to the Chisholm Trail. That's another one that I would have to do at some point, which is Chisholm Trail, which is, as you can see, the difficulty, it's wagon leader, meaning it's going to be hard. And you know, at least it'll have a custom party that you can pick out and whatever. So I'll figure out what I'll do next for the next video of the Oregon Trail here, as the series will continue on just a little bit longer. So, we'll see you in the next video. But until then, so long for now.